Hi guys. Um, Today I'm gonna do a hide and reveal again. I've just become obsessed with this technique and I really like it. It's so much fun to do. I recommend everybody try it out and have some fun with it. My colors are, this is Liquitex turquoise blue. I added this little piggy tail feather to it right there. Such a pretty color alone, but if you add it to something, it just gives like a little shimmer to the paint. That's the Liquitex blue that I used, or turquoise blue. The consistency for this is pretty thick. I mixed all my paints with a little bit of Liquitex gloss, medium, some American Floetral, and then I added 8300 Behr Enamels to it, which is kind of real thick, so it just gives it a really thick, nice consistency. This is a green blue. I'm not really sure what brand because it's old. I just found it and wanted to use it up because I think it might be close to going bad. It's not really, I'm not really sure if I'm going to put it in the painting or not, but I might add a little bit to the palette knife. This is Matte Metallics, Deco Art Matte Metallics, Pearl Ivory. I love this color. It just kind of, it's really cool. It'll create cells a lot of the times when you add it to your painting, and it kind of just gives this like ethereal kind of look to the paintings. I don't know. It's pretty neat color. This is Liquitex Prism Violet. And my next color is a pigment. It's Primary Elements pigment. I think it's cranberry. I'm showing the black orchid, but I think it's the Primary Elements cranberry. They're pretty similar colors. The black orchid's a little darker, so I'm pretty sure this is the cranberry. And my faux pillow is this Master's Touch Pearlized Carbon Black right there. It's a really gorgeous color. It kind of just has like a night sky look to it, which I really love. And it's fun. I mean, it's the only thing I've used as a faux pillow since I started these. I haven't actually used like a solid black yet. Although I do want to try it, but this is a fun color to use when you do these. Every color I added some of that 8300 Behr Enamels to, just to kind of give it more of a glossy, thicker consistency. I don't think it's like absolutely necessary to use it, but it just kind of, I don't know, I think it makes the paint like move a little nicer, and it really gives it that glossy, like, nice look. My pillow paint is Glidden Essentials in Eggshell. I think it's base 1. Can't really see, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's base 1. I've had this pillow paint for like ever. This container was pretty old, so I just figured I'd use it up so I didn't waste it, and it kind of like really thickened up as it sat, so it's extremely thick for a pillow paint, but it works. I guess I could have thinned it down a little bit, but I didn't really think of that. So yeah, and then the canvas I'm using, it's just a cheap 14 by 14 canvas that I bought in like a pack from Michael's. I tape the back and put pins in. I like to use the pins, the tacks, just so that I can kind of hold the canvas while I'm tilting without having to really touch the sides. It's actually really, you know, easy way to, if you, as long as you get them in there good, they will hold and you can kind of put your fingers on them the way I was showing. And tilt your canvas that way. That way you don't have to touch your sides and it doesn't mess it up. You can see how thick this pillow paint is. I mean, it was extremely thick. It's usually not that thick. When you buy it fresh, it's actually a really great consistency for a pillow paint, but since this has sat for months, possibly, it might even be a year that it sat, it thickened up quite a bit. So I'm just laying that down so that I can start the colors. I'm just adding more to the corners to kind of have it spread easier. I do spray the back of the canvas as well with water, just to kind of tighten them up, especially with these cheaper canvases. They won't usually be as tight. If you can either pour some water on the back of it or just spray it with a spray bottle and it'll tighten it up really nice. So I'm starting with the purple. Just lay it in a real thin layer across the pillow paint. And the next color is the cranberry primary elements. Those two colors together are so pretty because they match like really well. And then I'm putting some of the turquoise blue. I just love the way the turquoise blue looks on top of that purple. It's so pretty. And I would have liked to use this as my first color. I forgot though, this is the matte ivory pearl that I'm putting on last, but I'm actually kind of glad I put it on last because it adds a really cool effect to the painting at the end. It kind of like brightens the whole painting up. It's pretty neat. Next, I'm going to be putting the faux pillow, which is the pearlized carbon black. You add a little bit more of this just to cover all those colors. And that way it'll be your background color instead of the white. The white's just on there mainly to help spread the paint around and so that you don't have to use, you could just use, you know, black. But I think it kind of makes the colors show up better if you use white and then add the black over the colors. Then they kind of are maybe brighter. I haven't tried it with black. So I forgot to mention the 3 different cell activators that I'm using. I made up some gold and some of the pearl ivory cell activator for this painting. I mix it with Australian Floetral. But this was an old one I had sitting around. This I believe was Golden's Heavy Body Prussian Blue, and it worked really well in my last one, so I decided to use it again. It's super thick, but it still works really well for a cell activator. I believe I mixed this 1-to-1, 1 part paint, 1 part Australian Floetrol. And this one is the 24K Gold cell activator. That I believe was 1-to-1 as well. And this is the Pearl Ivory cell activator. So they don't really, the gold and the Pearl Ivory I thought would work really well as cell activators, but I don't really think Deco Art, I think it works well for cells in pores, but from what I've experienced, it doesn't work very well as a cell activator. So I'm just kind of using them as an extra color on the palette knife in this. Instead of so much for cell activator. If it adds to the cells, then great, but I'm pretty sure it's the Prussian blue that gives the cells in this painting. So I'm just doing a few swipes. This is, I kind of tilt the palette knife so that it kind of brings some of the colors underneath up, or gives them a chance to come up. And basically you'll just add your main cell activator and then any extra colors you might want in the swipe to the palette knife, and then do your swipes, and it creates a really neat effect. That time I added some of the green blue that I didn't use in the layering of the colors, so I decided to add it to the swipe. Alright, so I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the video, put some music on, and I'll be back later. Hi guys, I'm back. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the results of this painting. I kind of was trying more for the swipes to be in it and for it to be more intact and more negative space. But I actually really love how it turned out. I love how that purple came up through and the blue and all the colors that were underneath. That matte pearl ivory, you can see that as well. And it just kind of lightened up the entire painting, I just really loved that effect. I didn't expect. And I guess that was from laying it on top of all the colors when I laid the colors in the beginning. But yeah, I'm so surprised that the purple came through that much from laying that on the bottom. But yeah, I really love how it turned out. I think it just really looks just super neat. I wasn't expecting that, and I hope you guys like it. Alright, I'll let you enjoy the dried results coming up next. And have a great day. Thank you all for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't. Alright, bye.